we've got some new things for you today. We've got 4 callers who have problems, questions, and dreams, and we're going to try and help them. And we have 1 caller who doesn't know their dream yet, and we're going to try together to figure out that dream and give them $100 if I don't guess their dream. So if you have a dream and you want to come on the show, don't forget there'll be a link around here somewhere to allow you to come onto the show. And if you don't know your dream, we also, part of our mission on this platform is to help you figure it out. So I'd love you to help me today with some of these dreamers. So maybe by listening to people's dreams, you can help them. Because if you want your dream to come true, you have to help other people with theirs. Okay, our first caller today is Hiran. And I believe I met you a couple of weeks ago in New York. Is that right?
Yes, sir. That's correct. Good morning, Simon.
So tell us, what's your dream and how can we help you?
So, Simon, first of all, thank you for bringing me onto the show. I'm really super excited. And my dream is to be a wildlife photographer and ultimately create a nonprofit for wildlife conservation through my work. I believe in our first interaction, I didn't get a chance to mention the second part because I'm still on step 1. But photography is my passion, and I like traveling and taking pictures of animals and landscapes.
Got it.
Yep.
So what's the problem? How can I help you today?
I think, honestly, since meeting you, I did a lot of introspection. I think my biggest blocker is probably being consistent with my effort and my time. I think I lack a clear mission or a defined project that would keep me motivated into contributing to something. So most of my photography has been done through my traveling, and whenever I take time off of work to go travel places, I take pictures there, and it's not very goal oriented. It's more just exploring, which I like a lot. It's thoroughly enjoyable. But I think if I want to take my dream to the next level, I need to I need to have a project. I need to have access to a wildlife rich location and make sure that I have a goal and mission, and I have an impact that I want to drive. So
sounds to me like you've got an accountability problem. You can't
Correct.
seem to motivate yourself to focus and follow through, right?
That's correct. Yeah.
And so this comes sometimes from kind of the middle class trap, we call it. Life isn't great, but life isn't bad. And this is probably causing you to be a little bit non-committal. Is that fair to say?
I wouldn't agree 100% because to me, photography is still my passion and my hobby. I don't want it to be I would be happy if it was my main source of income and I can support everything, my other dreams in my life. But I view photography as a way to connect people and nature. And I sometimes put that on the back burner because of my other responsibilities, my other priorities in my life. Photography is
what are
sort
the other
of
priorities? What's the other? When you say other priorities, what do you mean? Give me an exact example.
So I work at my job. I have to take care of my health. I like to go to the gym. I moved to New York within the past year. So another one of my goals is to explore and grow my worldview as a person. So honestly, exploring New York with my new friends and getting new experiences. That's also part of my life. And eventually, I want to be able to travel the world and take pictures and go on trips and do fun projects in various locations that I wouldn't even have dreamed of going. But I think in order to do that, for me, I need to build a good foundation, because at the end of it, another dream I have is to start a family and be able to provide for those that I care about without having to
Listen,
worry about finance.
I think you're a little bit all over the place. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
How old are you?
I'm 25.
25. Okay. I'm going to be really blunt. You're in a really important stage in your life. This kind of slight cross pollination, you're trying to like do everything all the time. I'm going to say something that could get me into trouble, but you need to focus a little bit more on one goal. Now, if for example, your one goal was wildlife photography, which is the dream you told me in New York, there's no reason why you can't go to the gym and be fit and do all those things and look after your health and be a wildlife photographer. In fact, I'd say it's critical for your job that you look after your health. So I kind of feel like your problem is you cannot believe that you can make money out of wildlife photography. You see it as a hobby, even in your original thing, it's like a not-for-profit. This is a mistake. You're telling yourself you can't make money from it, and that's making it true. And now that means your job, of course, will take time away, and then you fall into this kind of spiral of like too many things to do and not being able to do one of them well. So I think you have to completely change your belief system. And it's not going to be easy on this call, but you have to believe that you can make the wildlife photography business very profitable. You should not call it a not-for-profit. It can be a for-profit business that does good, and you can make a lot of money doing it. And you have to believe that, otherwise it will be true that you can't. If you don't believe you can, then you won't. You understand?
Got it.
But you're also someone, like, you are in this middle-class trap. I know you push back on me a little bit, but you are. You're kind of like, you've got a job and you've kind of, got these things going on. You want to have a family. You're overloading yourself at 25. Okay, when do you want to have a family? How long from now?
In the next 7 years.
Right.
Starting.
So I'm telling you now, if you don't go all in on this wildlife photography thing and then you have a family, your commitments will be so high, monthly costs, that you won't be able to take a risk doing it. That's why I say you have to do it now. You're not young. 25, you might think you're young. You're not young. This is a very important stage in your life. If you don't take a risk and go all in on one thing, you will regret it. You have a window to do it. You just need to dig in to the wildlife photography industry. You have to dig in hardcore to the wildlife photography business, otherwise you will regret it. And what you need to do is figure out the 5 ways you can make money from wildlife photography. I might be being hard on you, but I'm trying to be very honest with you. If you don't do it now, you will live with regret. Okay, this family thing, wonderful. We need more humans on the planet. I want you to have a family, but you need to dig into your career while you've got the chance and the time. Okay, and 5 years is both a long time away and not that far away. If you dig into your wildlife photography, you'll be profitable within 2 years, but you have to focus. You have to take your job and consider it a part-time thing, keeping you sustained until your wildlife photography business makes money, and you have to dig in. So here are a couple of ways you can make money from wildlife. You take a picture and you sell the prints online. Okay? You take a picture because someone paid you to take a picture. You get a in-house job at a zoo taking pictures. You make an album, a book of some sort with all these photos in it, and people buy it. You get paid by Nikon or one of the camera companies to take photos. Dig in. How much do you need to earn per month to cover your bills?
I would say around 8,000 USD. 8,000, 10,000 USD.
8,000 US dollars at 25? What are you talking about? What are you spending all this money on? I'm talking about what your costs are to live. How much you need to earn to pay all your bills. What's that number?
Around a month, just breaking even, I'd say around like $3,500 to $4,000. My rent itself is also almost 1,000. So,
are you living alone?
No, I live with 3 other roommates. We live in a 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment.
Yeah. New York, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Go move somewhere where there's wildlife. Get that monthly cost down. It's okay, but look, you just need one client paying you $4,000 a zoo or the charity that helps save the cheetahs, for example. They may want to, getting you taking pictures of cheetahs. You just need to earn $4,000 a month from a brand sponsorship or client or income from selling prints. That's your target in the next 6 months, and then you can quit your job.
Understood.
You up for the challenge?
I am up for the challenge. Yep.
Yeah, this is your future, not mine. You need to be really, really hungry, like a lion. Hungry.
Yeah, you said the same thing with the initial time during our first interaction.
I'm pretty boring. I say this, but you got to fight, man. Honestly, you got to fight. I'm sensing like you're like a tranquilized lion right now. This drug that you're given from this job that this isn't your future. You know it, but you have to fight. Come out of this tranquilizer state you're in. Right? I tried to use animal analogies on you. Okay. 6 months, get a client paying you $4,000 to take pictures of animals. If you go and approach all the zoos, all the institutions around animal welfare, they will do it. One will pay you to do it. And then you can be a full-time wildlife photographer. That's step one.
Got it.
Right?
Actually, I want to share, after our first interaction, I actually reached out to the Central Park Zoo in New York. I went there personally. They gave me. I waited to talk to someone. They gave me a card. I emailed them and I called them. However, I didn't get a response back. I proposed a project, but this week. My goal is to, I guess, try and reach out to them again, see if I can get a response back.
Yes,
and then.
But don't just target one. Don't just target one. Right? Target many. Okay, and do not take no for an answer. In business, there's no such thing as no. There's just persistence and timing. And so the other thing you could do is you can start taking pictures of people at the zoo and give them the prints. Start selling to their customers. Like, hustle, man, fight. You're a lion fighting for your survival in a world that wants you to work for other people doing something you don't love. Right? Well, they've got to fight. And then when you have your family, they can travel with you. They can be with you. They can be a part of it all, but not unless you fight now.
Got it.
All right?
Yes, sir.
Let me know what you get up to. What happens, all right?
I will do. I will reach out to you guys. Thank you very much, Simon, for your time.
Thank you for being open, honest, and being aware of your issue. Okay? Guys, this podcast is only possible because of High Level, who sponsor us. And we use this money to fund this podcast that helps people for free and to fund people's dreams and build platforms like helpbank.com. High Level is an awesome CRM system. I use it myself. I only recommend products I think can really help people in business, and High Level does just that. Go check it out. There's a link down below. It's all in one platform for doing your online funnel building, email marketing, automating marketing. Go check it out. Give it a go. You won't regret it, and you'll be helping me out a lot. With platforms like this, we're able to help millions of people every single month with their dream. So please go check out our sponsor. Right, next up, caller number 2 for today's Simon Says is Philip Gidding. What is your dream and how can we help you?
So my dream is to open a traditional London pie and mash shop, but on the West Sussex coast. But ultimately, my bigger goal is to create a place where it can also fill people less fortunate or vulnerable without judgment and for free. This includes people like homeless, the elderly, and even kids on school dinners who often go hungry during the summer holidays. There isn't anything like this locally in the area. So with so many people like myself moving down to West Sussex from London in recent years, I believe there's a real demand for the traditional London pie and mash shop for that it gives. And I want to build something that serves everyone, whether they can afford it or not.
I love it. That's really cool and really unique. And so what's the question you have today?
So one of the ways that I've thought about that I can help the community is to have a pay it forward type of initiative, but call it pay it forward.
Yeah, love that.
So it's just how I could execute it properly, how I can prove it's a viable business model, grow the demand for it, and use the results to give jobs to people like my own son who we home educate. getting
Right,
those
home
vital
educate my son
first
too.
working experiences. Yeah, I'm a big fan of yours. So.
Okay, thanks, man. But yeah, no, that's great. I mean, what's stopping? I mean, it's very simple, isn't it? Like you just have a pie business that makes money, and then you use that profit to give people a pie for free. I don't think it's that complicated. You just got to build a profitable initial business.
Yeah, that is correct. So currently I'm a self-employed electrician, and I'm literally the sole breadwinner for my family.
All right.
My partner does work and does contribute to the household bills, but it's very reliant heavily on what I earn, like month to month.
Right.
So, because I'm 40 years old now, so like you say, even the last caller at 25 is
Different
like
stages. Different
It's
stages.
very difficult, yeah.
Yeah. How old are your kids?
So my boy is 10 years old now, but one of the other hurdles that we had to overcome is he was born at 30 weeks. So very premature, very scary time of my life.
Is he okay? I mean, what? I don't know what that means if someone's born at 30 weeks.
So 30 weeks is 12 weeks early.
Right.
So three months.
Okay.
So he was very small. Like he weighed £3.4. He was only 27 centimeters.
Yeah.
Luckily, so we didn't have that many complications, and he's grown out of most of the issues that he had.
Right. Well, well done, by the way. It's I've got an 8-year-old, so being a parent is not easy, no matter having that additional complication on top. So, but he's 10. He can help you make pies, can't he?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, you got some low cost labour there, my friend. Which I think I'm sure he'll be pretty excited about it. I think I see this as a family business. To be honest with you, I feel like someone makes the pie, someone packs the pie, someone delivers the pies. I kind of like. I get you've got a full-time gig now that's paying all the bills. I totally get it. Yeah. I wonder if step one there is some sort of interesting, fun integration. So, for example, what springs to my mind is like, can you make some pies and give them to your colleagues, and then make some videos of them tucking in? So electricians eating pies sounds like a funny channel to me. Like have some fun with it. So try to integrate what you're doing now with what you want to do in the future. You see what I mean?
Yeah, no, of course.
I'm sure there's a whole slew of electricians who are out there not eating properly every day. I'm sure you guys work, sometimes through your lunch times, and you don't necessarily eat the healthiest.
Yeah,
I'd actually initially focus in on like the market, So I wouldn't see it as like stopping being an electrician to do a pie business. I would see it initially as a pie business that services electricians until it starts like taking off, until you get traction on social media, until people are all talking about it. I think I can see this working quite well. You could even do like, I'm guessing with electricians, you go to particular shops to buy particular stuff. Like, again, for me, like I don't know why, but I go to Screwfix to like put up my pictures. I don't know if there's a particular shop or brand that you go to a lot, but get one of them as a sponsor or go to those shops and hand out pies.
Yeah, so there's quite a lot of wholesalers that are out there.
Like who? Give me one. Let's name them.
Called CEF is one I use very regularly.
CF.
CEF.
CEF. All right.
Yeah.
So anyway, we can tag them in this post, but you should go after these people and almost create like a pie revolution initially within the niche that you understand more than most, right? Most people think I'm saying quit your job and start this thing. No, build it up slowly and try to integrate your existing job to the future you want, right? So how can you do that? Yeah. I really see this whole thing blowing up if you do it right. Giving an electrician a pie, just filming their reaction as you give them a free pie, I just think it could be classic. Very funny and good content, and the content can make you money, and then people might start ordering pies at the shops that they go to buy their hardware, and then these shops will start sponsoring you. That's what I see. What do you think?
No, that sounds really great. So one of the other things that we've thought about is the job my partner does is she's a virtual assistant for a couple of companies. So we've actually seen a bit of a gap in the market where no one's teaching people how to do that. So we're going to use that as another avenue, because it's always good to have various different revenue streams. And if you do anything I've learned from your watching your videos is that it doesn't even matter if it's to do with the same business.
Yeah, sure. If you can see that idea turning into income that replaces the need for you to go to your day job every day, then great.
Yeah.
Again, I would look at it like, if the dream is the pie shop, then how does that feed the pie shop? Now, if it's just a service business that makes money, great. But there's a part of me that would say, why don't you just deliver pies to virtual EAs? Like, why don't you... I just see, can't you integrate it? Starting a whole separate business is a good idea if you're passionate about it, if you're excited about it, if you can all work on it, great. Yeah. But equally, could it be a distraction and just potentially another job that you don't really want to do?
No, so this is definitely something that I've thought about since I moved down to West Sussex, because at a very, very young age as a child, my granddad used to take me for pie and mash, and it's instilled in me from being a South Londoner that pie and mash is home.
I get it. Look, I would try to focus in on this transition from electrician to this pie shop business, and I would use social media to do it. Yeah. I actually would say maybe your partner needs to move from virtual PA into the same business if she's excited about it as you are. And if not, let her do the virtual EA business and you focus.
She's letting dogs through the door. She can't wait to meet and greet everyone.
Cool. All right. Look, wonderful to speak to you. Let us know how you get on, okay? I'm really excited to see. And I want one of these pies. It's talking about pies for the last 20 minutes. It's making me hungry. All right, mate. Good luck.
You've definitely got an invite, Simon.
Look forward to it. Cheers. Okay, guys, next up is the person who doesn't know their dream. Let's see if we can help them in 2 minutes figure it out. Allegra, are you there?
Hello. Hi, Simon.
Allegra, are you there?
Yes,
Hi.
can you
I hear you don't know your dream.
I'm lost. I'm very lost. I know what I like to do and I know what I'm passionate about, but I don't know how to focus everything that I love into one singular thing.
All right. Well, maybe you don't need to. Let's find out. Maybe you don't need to. So tell me, just starting off, a little bit about yourself. So, where do you live? What? When you say you figured out what you like to do, tell us a little bit about that.
All right. I currently live in Paris, France, but I'm from Los Angeles. Man, if I get started, you might have to cut me off. I have a lot of experience in film production. So I've done 3 short films with my production company, which is based in New York, that I built with my friend Zach. But because I'm in Paris, I can't work on it as much. It's a complicated thing. But I'm also, my problem with film is that I'm super passionate about it, but I don't feel like it fulfills me. I really always come to the conclusion that what I want to do has to help people and not necessarily make the world overall a better place, but I just want to make other people happier because I'm happy when other people are happy. So I always end up falling back to, okay, well, maybe I'll become like a professor and I'll teach philosophy and Italian literature because I'm super passionate about that as well. Or maybe I'll go work in an orphanage because I'm super passionate about children and my biggest dream is probably to become a mother. But I don't know how to combine all of that. I kind of reached a conclusion. I don't want to say directly what my idea is, my big film that I want to do because I don't want anyone to steal it. But it's based on something with Italian
No one's going to
literature.
steal it, by the way.
No one.
By the way, this whole people were going to steal you. No, I mean, look, sometimes by telling an idea, you have to go and do it because everyone's so scared of it being stolen and they don't realize that by not saying it, then people can't help them make it happen. So there'll be people listening right now that can help you make it happen. If there's 1 million people listening, there'll be 10 people that can copy it. And there'll be 900,000 people that can help you make it happen. So it's kind of you've got to take a risk with this sort of thing, in my experience. And so the 10 people that could copy you, they've got to have the time, the money, the inclination to have the same kind of passion as you. So, I think this whole that people are going to copy you thing is so overrated, and the telling the world about it and getting help is underrated.
Okay, so then I'll tell you. I really love the Divine Comedy from Dante, and for the last, I love it so much that I learned how to speak Italian, and I moved to Italy actually for 6 months, and I
Wow.
lived in Florence. Um, and for the last like 3 years, I've been working on the script for Inferno because it's never been made into a film trilogy, and I think especially now we definitely have like the technology. There's a way to do it. So I've been working on the script, but I'm not sure where it will go. And then my idea was
How
that, okay,
long?
like I want to film it only in Italy using only Italian actors, Italian crew to really boost the Italian economy. Because ideally I would love to live in Italy and do my life there and have kids there. And my heart would break if my kids left Italy because the economy sucks. So I don't
Wow.
know.
You don't have kids now, do you?
No, I'm 25.
Right. Yeah. It doesn't mean anything. 25, you could have kids, but I just checking because sometimes the way you're talking like almost like in cross lives. Like, I don't want my kids to leave Italy, as if you have kids now. But it's kind of fascinating. You're kind of you're probably a polymath. You know what I mean? What a polymath is?
Is that like someone who's really good at doing a lot of different things?
Yes.
Yeah, that's my big problem. Like a lot of people tell me like, "Oh, you could be a great lawyer. I could be a great journalist." Like everyone tells me a bunch of different things that I'd be great at, but I don't know what
Yes.
would actually fulfill me.
So what will fulfill you, I think, is focusing in on being good at one of those things first. So instead of everyone saying you could be good, you want to be good at one thing. So like, you don't have to restrict yourself on doing one thing. I think that will make you unhappy. But focusing on being the best at one thing and having purpose in that one thing is what you need to do. And so, I mean, a dream is really, for me, it's like a thing that you can aspire to achieve. So for me, it's like fix the education system, right? Like it's a big, ambitious thing. Now, to fix the education system, I can do 10 different things. I can do a podcast educating people. I can go into the street and ask people questions and get them help. I can build a technical platform called Help Bank where people can go and get education from a community of people with knowledge, right? I don't have to do one thing. I can do multiple things to service the mission, the dream, right? So I guess for me, what I found interesting about your quick download is also this kind of helping orphans element. And so like I see that, let's say you do this movie and it becomes a success, then you can use the profit and the success of that to help orphans. Maybe even use profit to make content to kind of highlight kids that aren't getting housed or helped, or their backstories, and help these charities that look after orphans get income, because most of these charities don't have enough income, right?
Right.
So,
well, I've always said that if I ever... Oh, sorry.
Go on.
Please continue. Oh, I was just going to say, I've always said that if I was ever, like, a billionaire, I would spend, like, all my money just building a bunch of, like, halfway houses, homeless shelters, like, everything I could.
So let's make you a billionaire. Let's make you a billionaire. You're the sort of person I want to be a billionaire. Let's make it happen. And the thing is, you all you need to do is make your different ideas happen and work. You don't even need to run them. I'm not sure that this whole creating this kind of divine comedy product, like, make it happen, make it make money, dig in, because all of these bigger ideas that you've got that are purpose driven, all problem gets solved by profit. Okay, so
right.
So if you're making profit, then you can invest in all these things. Otherwise, if you try to do it as a charity, you're going to get spread thin and probably do nothing well. So you have a window, like my previous caller actually. This 25, you're 25, right? This age is such a crucial age. You've got enough experience now to know who you are. You know what you can do, but are you willing to double down and get really good at one thing, or are you going to get distracted with crazy amount of things in your head? Dig in. Be good at one thing for a while, like really good at one thing. Not good generally at everything, which as a polymath you will be good at generally everything. But like, go deep on one thing. Like, make this movie happen, as an example. And if you do, if you make it work, then maybe you can help 1,000 orphans this year. You've got to think of it like that. right? These other things you want to do, these purposeful things you want to do. You don't have to work in orphanages to help orphans. You can actually make a really successful movie, take the profit from that, and fund and support orphans. You see what I mean?
Right. So the only thing is that I have to have a job to support myself while I'm writing and putting together the production, right?
Right.
So
yes.
There's
and
no way that I could just make money while working just on this film.
Well, there's plenty of people that sell a script idea to partners and get funding for it. There's loads of grants for creating this sort of stuff too. Like, what job do you have now?
I'm currently unemployed, sort of. I just started making like Instagram videos for people that I know who wanted social media content produced for them but didn't know where to start.
Okay, that's okay. Again, that's another way of, funding orphans and orphanages, right? So, but it's probably not where your passion lies. So there's things that we do that give us energy, and there's things that we do that take energy. I'm going to guess and say a service business is probably going to take your energy, but I might be wrong because I don't know you. So if you can make that work initially and make it so that you have 10 clients and 3 people are running it and you're making profit from it, and then you can go and focus on making this movie that could be the more lucrative, bigger profit item, then maybe that's the way it has to be. I mean, I started a gardening company at 15. It was not my dream to do a gardening company, but it allowed me, step 1, to learn sales. It learned, step 1, how to get a client. Step 1, how to make profit, right? So these things could be stepping stones. And, part of me is a little bit happy you're unemployed because it means you have to make income by building something of your own. At least you can control your time when you do that.
Yeah, well, I did that kind of purposefully because for the last 2 years I was working as a waitress and I kind of lost my mind by the end of it. It was just too much. So I said, okay, I put a lot of money on the side. I said, I'm going to take 1-2 months, be unemployed, get my life together, and then see where things go. And as a result, I have 2 clients that I work with to make social media content.
Focus equals freedom over time. Okay, you as a polymath, you need to focus initially, not forever, initially on making one thing work. And I do think it's this content divine comedy thing. It's not so much discovering your dream today. I think it's teaching you a business model. The movie making business, let's say, that whole idea can fund your purpose-driven side. You don't need to, again, be in an orphanage to help orphans. That is one way to do it. But you can go and build something successful and profitable and then take a percentage of that profit and do good with the money. And that's what you need to do. Then you can tick a few boxes at once. You can be creative. You can put something out in the world that needs to be made. Again, go look at getting grants. In the meantime, build your service business. Got 2 clients, get 4. Maybe get 1 person in to help you. And then that's fine. 1 day a week, 2 days a week pays all the bills. And then you have 3 days a week, 4 days a week, 5 days a week to get this scalable product working, this divine comedy product working, right?
Right.
But do it. Focus. Don't get distracted. Heads down. Eat well. Sleep well. Look after your health. Dig in. Make it. Every day you wake up, you have to see it right. Today I've got my service business, so I'm working on that today. Tomorrow I'm not working on my service business. I'm working this scalable product. And once that works, then you can go and help orphanages and so on. Clear?
Okay. Yeah. So I don't have to combine my work with my passion. Like they can be separate. My work I can be passionate about, and what fulfills me can be outside of that. Later on.
I mean, again, just trying to use my own. Yes, kind of. Although it's all integrated. So my passion is to fix the education system. That's what I want to do. But I'm on a podcast with you, teaching you business today. Now, by doing that, this podcast makes money. I can then use that money to fund people's dreams. At the same time, other people can watch this podcast and learn the things I'm teaching you. So I'm helping you, and I'm helping people that are watching. And I'm also making money, which I can use to fund people's dreams. So all of it is part of fixing the education system, right? Now, would I rather be out in my hot tub right now, chilling, Maybe. There's moments when I enjoy this and there's moments when I don't want to do it and I want to do something else, because we can't be happy all the time. That's the wrong thing to chase. The most important thing to chase is if you do this Divine Comedy product and it works, you'll be able to take that profit and go help some orphans, and then you'll also have credibility to do a second one and a third one, right? And use your creativity to do something entertaining and interesting, but use the financial success of that to do the other things that you care about.
Right. Okay.
Make sense?
Yes.
All right. Let us know how you get on and dig in. Sorry?
Absolutely.
Apparently, according to my producer, I didn't figure your dream out in 2 minutes, but I kind of think I did. You have your dream there. I've just made you focus in on it. What do you think? Is he right or my right?
I mean, I think we had a fair little trade here, Simon. I feel pretty satisfied.
You're
think
satisfied?
You told me exactly
Okay.
what I needed to hear.
All right. That's nice to hear. And if the audience doesn't agree, let me know in the comments and I'll give one person $100 to help you with your dream. But thank you for coming on and sharing your vulnerability and your honest openness. A lot of people will resonate with it. So thank you so much for doing that and being so open and honest.
Thank you so much, Simon.
Okay, guys. You are welcome. I want to thank our sponsor, High Level, today. Without them, this podcast wouldn't be possible. With this sponsor, we're able to not only produce this show for free and help people for free, but we can take the profit we make from this show and fund dreams and build platforms like helpbank.com. I only promote products I believe in. High Level is, in my opinion, the best CRM program in the world. There is a link down below where you'll listen to this right now, where you can get access to this product. It is an all-in-one platform for funnel building, for automating marketing, managing your leads. I use it. It helps me get brand deals. Please go check it out. You'll be supporting me, this podcast, our mission to fix the education system, and a great product that will be useful in your business. The link's down below. Our next caller number 4, is Jani Hanlon. Now, I met her daughter in Borough Market and she asked for my help. Hello, how can I help you, Jenny? And what's your dream?
Hi, Simon. Thanks for the opportunity for talking on the podcast. And it's been great to listen to the other listeners as well. They've kind of inspired me a little bit too. My dream is really to create Summer's Time, which is an affordable and accessible wellness retreat for all women. I'm inspired by my mum's story and my work with women and children experiencing family violence. I guess my question is how I raise enough money to start my first retreat and how to use social media to build demand for my first retreat. I'm not young, I'm 55, and so when I was listening to the previous callers, I was like, wow, to be 25 again would be amazing.
I'm with you.
So I guess, yeah. So my personal, I guess my blocks are my financial part and finding the confidence to really step into leadership and public speaking as well.
Yeah, so I get it. And so, okay, so I set you a challenge of doing a piece of content every day for 30 days. Have you done it?
Yes, so I've done up to day 25. It's been great actually because it's kept me pretty focused and
nice.
I'm creative as well, so I like to take photos and create content. I mean, it's all very new to me. I'm not on TikTok or X or anything like that.
Why not?
I'm just on Instagram.
Why? Okay, no, that's a mistake.
I guess,
open up those other accounts. It's the
I know.
same.
I guess that's what I'm not that comfortable with. How I go about doing things like that.
Yeah. So I get where you're at. Okay. There's first of all, congratulations doing 25 days. You have another 5 days to go.
You.
So don't stop. I really want to delete your limiting belief systems. Like this, I really want to delete your limiting belief systems. So, for example, why would you post on Instagram and not post on TikTok? It's the same thing. but you have double the chance of winning if you use both. So tell me what's stopping you mentally.
I guess it's again the confidence. Yeah, I think it's putting myself out there, being brave enough to put myself
Okay,
out there.
remember, this isn't about you. This is about affordable, accessible wellness retreats for women. And if you don't put yourself out there, it won't happen.
Yep.
Okay, there'll be people that will suffer because you don't do it. And you've been putting for 25 days your content up on Instagram. It's not that bad, is it? It's a creative outlet, right?
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed the process.
There you go. So that's it. You're like a walking conflict. You're enjoying it. You've done it. That's why I set you the challenge. You're doing it. You feel good. It's great. Yet for some reason you think putting yourself out there is painful. I don't know. We've proven for 25 days that it doesn't matter, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, you're right.
So you need to, you see, people always say, I'm 51, right? So, people said to me, you can't teach an old dog new tricks, right? When I went on TikTok 5 years ago, I'm like, watch this dog learn new tricks. You're wrong. I can learn a new trick. And so can you, right? Then you need to delete this limiting belief system stuff, right? And so I don't know if this is going to help you, but realize how powerful you are. Realize how important it is. Life is short. You know that.
I do, indeed.
And so, frankly, 150 years from now, all that people are going to remember is the legacy that you have created. If you've created a wellness retreat that helps women, that's what they're going to remember. They're not going to remember some crappy TikTok that you did or did not like, right? So you have to push yourself through this limiting belief system stuff and see yourself as young, right? I see myself as young. I am 51, but I think I'm 25, okay? And so we can think it if we want. No one can stop us, right?
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely.
And so I genuinely think like being tired is a mindset. Like, oh, I'm old, I'm tired. We tell ourselves that out loud. We become tired. We stop exercising. We stop pushing ourselves. We stop doing the things that we need to do to give ourselves energy, like purpose, right? We think, well, my life's over now, so I don't...
My health was pretty bad a few years ago, and my husband's...
So you've turned that all around then, right?
Bad. Yeah, we have. We changed our life, and, and I'm really grateful for our daughter Cassie kind of... putting me in contact with you, because it's kind of pushed me, made me a bit more accountable for having an opportunity, I guess, to go down this pathway. Yeah. I guess, Simon, I
told you before, she loves you so much.
Yeah, she's incredible. And just listening to the previous caller about producing films, she's in film as well. So, I know how hard it is. But I guess my main issue is, how do I connect with, philanthropists or people that would be interested, really? Does that come from your social media?
You don't want a philanthropist. You don't want a philanthropist. Most philanthropists have a mission of their own, right? So you don't need a philanthropist. You need a business model that people can invest in. Stop chasing. You say philanthropist, you're literally taking it from 1 million people that can invest in your idea to 100 people that probably won't. Why would you limit the amount of people that could support this? Personally, I think you start off small. You do wellness retreats, you sell tickets to them, you work with an existing infrastructure, and you build up your risk muscle. I think you don't necessarily want $1 million to go and open up the perfect place straight away. I think you want to build it up slowly and be patient. But that being said, yes, exactly. So just go get a wellness venue booked for a weekend, do a deal with them that you'll go and promote it and get tickets, and then they'll share the revenue with you, so you have no downside. And you can try it. And then you'll build out the software to the hardware. The hardware is the wellness retreat itself. The software, what you actually do in that retreat, is the important bit, right? So you need to go and test this model out. Now, if you manage to get a wellness retreat for a weekend and you get 100 people to come, and at the end of it, you've made $5,000, that is an investable, repeatable model that a lot of people will invest in. You don't need a philanthropist. You need a business person. All your problem will be is cash flow, right? So once you've got that working prototype, you can say, I can open up my own wellness facility and it will make X amount every weekend. Or I could just get some help and hire some people and I can do these wellness retreats every weekend in every major city in America. Right? You know, you can scale much quicker by doing them at, say, initially at weekends, right?
Yeah. But how do I guess my issue is, how do I get that initial funding to start it off?
You don't need any,
so that women
you don't
that
need
from,
any initial funding.
Shelters can access. You don't think?
Okay, that's a different thing. See, so the way I would look at it is,
that's what I'm trying to.
I get it, but listen, I'm trying to give you structure, okay? Because the mistake a lot of people make is they keep saying, I need money, right? And this is a bit like you saying, I'm scared to put myself on TikTok. You keep talking to yourself into the same barrier that doesn't exist, right? This barrier of money that you keep bringing up is not a barrier. You've made it up, okay? So what, again, you want to build a profitable business, and with the profit, you can help those that can't afford it. All right, so I get the affordable, accessible. I get it. I totally get it. But there's plenty of people that can afford it and will pay. So I would do, have you ever seen Tom Shoes? You know Tom Shoes? So you buy a pair of shoes and that funds someone who can't afford a pair of shoes. I would go down that wellness retreat model. Right? So start off with the best wellness retreat center near you. Go and do a partnership with them. Let them give you a weekend and charge for a women's wellness retreat. Make money. And then with that profit, fund a whole weekend for those that can't afford it for free. Then you have a working prototype. Once you have a working prototype of content and real users, real feedback, you know who might invest in this? The women that came to the retreat who paid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay.
But you've got to start somewhere. And waiting for someone to give you money for something that doesn't exist is the hardest way to do it. You can keep trying. You can have a business plan ready. Get ready to always be pitching to the millionaire who gets in a lift with you. Why not? But I wouldn't wait for that. I would build a working prototype. By next month, in 30 days' time, you could be running a wellness retreat for women. And if you make profit from it, you can then afford to help those that can't afford it to do it.
Yeah, I love that. I love that idea.
Got it?
Thank you.
Okay, I want to speak to you again in 30 days' time because I'm sensing, you know, I'm helping you reprogram yourself, but it's a bit slow, right? So you've broken through posting every day, tick. Now you need to post on TikTok and YouTube. That's the next thing, and then you need to go and get this wellness retreat weekend thing organized, and then start selling tickets to it. Okay?
Yes.
Keep building momentum up. I feel it slowly happening. And if this helps you, if you do what I'm saying, right? I guarantee you, if you do this, if you make a business model, a weekend where women get wellness and you make money from it, there will be loads of people that will invest in scaling that up, especially if you have a mission to help those that can't afford it later.
Okay, thanks, Simon.
I'm going to put a video up promoting you. Okay, so get ready. In an ideal world, you are going to put a wellness center ticket available link in your bio on your Instagram. Okay, so I want to promote you to 17 million people, but I want you to be ready to try and get some bookings and also hopefully make money from your social media as well.
Thank you very much.
All right, so get ready, okay?
All right, thanks, Simon.
Your mission's important. Well done so far, pushing yourself. Nice to speak to you. Okay, so there's someone who has a dream, just finding it hard to push through. We're all a bit like that sometimes, right? No one can do it on their own. We all need a little bit of help. So we've been running these Spotify polls. If you haven't subscribed to us on Spotify, you should do it right now. And there's a feature on there called polls. And we've asked people, yes, 14 people. That's how many people responded to this. Impressive number, I know, but it will build up. The question was, we asked what you think is stopping most people from pursuing their dreams. And this is what people said. What do you think people are using as excuses for not following their dreams? Here are the options, by the way. Fear of failure, lack of money, wrong business model, no action taken. Clear winner. No action taken. So, 6 people voted for that one. We need more people voting on this stuff. I want to know how you think. We've got 17 million followers. We get 500 million views a month. Only 14 people have voted in this poll. It's because you're not on Spotify. Go and vote right now on Spotify. I'm embarrassed it's only 14 people. But even 14 people gives you a bit of an insight. But I want to know what you guys think. So go and check out our Spotify polls and answer them. Right? So it should be more than 14 of you. But I think it's pretty accurate even though it's only 14 people. You're not taking action, right? Why are you not taking action? It's because your mission isn't powerful enough. Basically, you have to do something. If you don't do it, someone dies, right? If I don't make this content, someone doesn't get the knowledge they need to live the life they want. I have to do it. Even though right now I'm quite tired, I quite like to be chilling in my hot tub because I've just done a New York trip and then I did an event for 2 days, non-stop phone calls, catching up with everything I was supposed to be doing. I'm tired, but I'm still here because this mission's important. You need that. I want you to have that. It gives me energy fighting for you. That's it today, guys. A crazy show yet again. We kind of helped someone with their dream. Helped a lot of people with their dreams. If you like the show, please subscribe to us on Spotify and YouTube. And don't forget, if you have a dream, it's totally possible. I'm saying it's true. And if Simon says it's true, right? Simon says touch your nose. Simon says start your dream. Simon says support our sponsor down below, high level. And I'll see you next week.